Hello everyone, good morning. Am I audible? Perfect. Okay, so let's begin with the session, guys. So in yesterday's session, what did we discuss here? In yesterday's session, we understood what are methods, correct? So we understood what are methods, how do we define a method, and all those things we have seen it in a successful manner. But in today's session, what are we going to see here? Okay. In today's session, we are going to see a similar kind of topic here. Okay. So that is nothing but method overloading. Okay. So what is the topic we are going to discuss, guys, today? We are going to discuss something called as method overloading. Okay. So this is a very interesting and an important topic going ahead. Okay. So that is method overloading. What is method overloading actually speaking? Okay. It's a very simple topic. Okay. See here. I'll have one class. Okay. I'll have one class here. Okay. In one class, can I have multiple methods here? Your answer is yes. In one class, I can have multiple methods here. I can have any number of methods here. But my question is, in one class, can we have multiple methods with the same name? Can I have many methods with the same name? Possible. Okay. We can have multiple methods with the same name, but there should be some kind of difference with respect to their arguments here. Only then we call it as method overloading. Okay. So what did I tell here? I will explain it to you in a beautiful manner over here. Okay. See here, guys. I'll have a beautiful class here. See, I'll have class name is demo. Okay, open curly braces and close curly braces. Okay, now, and then over here in this demo class, I'll have a method M1 open parenthesis close, open curly braces, close here. Okay, just the I have one main M1 method. Similarly, I'll also have one more method. Okay, imagine this method name is M2 method. Is this a syntactically valid program? Absolutely yes. I have one class here. I have couple of methods with different names. So it's absolutely valid here. But what is the topic we are going to discuss now? We are talking about something called as method overloading. Okay, so what is method overloading here? Just have an observe here. Okay, just observe, just ignore the second half and just concentrate on the first half here. Okay, what is method overloading here? Method overloading is nothing but in a class. Okay, we are having multiple methods with the same name but difference in arguments. Okay, so this is called as method overloading. In one class, we can have any number of methods here with the same name, possible, but there should be a change in the arguments here. When I talk about change in arguments here, I need to satisfy at least one of those three rules which I have specified over here. That is, there should be a change in the number of arguments. If I have multiple methods with the same name, right? Okay, so I need to satisfy either one of these three rules. Okay, so these three rules are change in the number of arguments, or change in the data type of the arguments, or change in the order or the sequence of the data types. Okay, either one of those three rules I need to satisfy. Only then we call it as method overloading. Okay, can we see this program in a beautiful manner here? Yes, absolutely here. So now here, okay, is this absolutely valid program? We need to analyze. Okay, so now what is method overloading? In a class having multiple methods with the same name. Okay, in one class we are having multiple methods with the same name, but there should be a change in the arguments here. How many number of arguments? 0. How many number of arguments? 0. There are no arguments at all. Okay. What is the, if the number of arguments are same, there should be change in the data type. Is there any data types? No. Is there any data types? No. Then how will I check the sequence? I cannot check. I cannot check. Therefore, this is an invalid class here because I told you that we can have multiple methods with the same name, possible, but we need to follow certain rules here. But I'm not satisfying either one of those three rules. Even one rule I'm not satisfying. Therefore, it is invalid. Now what I'll do, therefore, I will just write it as, okay, int x over here. Okay. Now, is this valid? Yes or no? 100%. How? Sir, in a class having multiple methods with the same name, but difference in arguments. Okay. When I tell difference in arguments, how many number of arguments are there? One argument is there. How many arguments are there? Zero. Is there any change in the arguments? Yes. Therefore, it is a valid class. Okay. So in one class, when I have multiple methods with the same name, there should be a change in the number of arguments. Is there a change in the number of arguments? Yes. Therefore, it is a valid class. Okay. Now, the number of arguments might be same. Okay. See what I'll do here. I'll have int x here and I will have int y here. Is this valid? Is this valid? No. Why no? Sir, is this valid? You might tell yes also. Sir, there is a change in a variable, sir. It is valid. It doesn't matter. Variable names might be same, might be different. It doesn't matter. All matters is the data types here. So the data type is same. Number of argument is 1. Number of argument is 1. Data type is int. Data type is int. Meaning everything is same. Okay, so therefore it is invalid. So therefore what I do, I'll just write it as string y here, string x here. Is this valid here? Okay, absolutely. Okay, how? In a class having multiple methods with the same name but difference in arguments. So how many number of arguments? 1. How many number of arguments? 1. So the number of arguments are same. So the first rule gone. If the number of arguments are same, there should be a change in the data type. What is the data type here? It is integer. What is the data type here? It is string here. Is there a change in the data types here? Yes. Therefore, it is a valid class. Okay, therefore it is absolutely valid here. Got it? Similarly, okay, we understood the two rules here. What is the third rule, sir? Okay, I'll tell you in a beautiful manner here. Okay, int x, comma, string y. Okay, and here I'll write it as string x, comma, int y. Okay, now, so is this absolutely valid? Yes, sir. In a class having multiple methods with the same name but difference in arguments. How many number of arguments over here? 2. How many number of arguments over here? 2. The number of arguments are same. Okay, if the number of arguments are same, there should be a change in the data type. Okay, what is the data type here? One integer and one string here. We have one integer and one string. Here again, one string we have, one integer we have. Meaning the number of arguments are also same. The data types are also same. One integer, one string. If the number of arguments are same, even the data types are same, there should be a change in the order or the sequence in which it is written here. Therefore, here first it is integer and then it is string. Correct. What is it? First integer and then string. But over here it is string and then integer. So there was a change in the order of the data types here. The first method, it will be int and double. Imagine. Okay, sequences. First integer and then double. But in the second method, it will be double and then int here. So there was a change in the sequence, the order of the data types here. See, number of data types are 2, number of data types are 2. Okay, here again the data type is int and double. Here also it's double and int. So data types are also same, number of arguments are also same, but look at the order, the sequence. Here it is int and then double. Here it is double and then int here. So this is called as method overloading. Okay, so just go back and read out the definition here. What is method overloading here? Method overloading is nothing but in a class we are having multiple methods with the same name. Okay, we are having n number of methods with the same name, but once we have so many methods with the same name, there should be a change in the arguments. When I tell change in the arguments here, we need to follow at least one of those three rules, meaning there should be a change in the number of arguments or the data type of the arguments or the sequence or the order in which the data types are returned. Only when I satisfy these three rules, method overloading will be an absolutely valid data. Clear? So this is all about method overloading. We have a couple of notes here which we will be talking about a bit later. Okay. As of now, let me start implementing it practically over here. Okay. So I've already opened Eclipse. Okay, so it's already ready. Okay, so now to work around with Eclipse, it's a three-step process. We know that three-step process, right? What is it? We have to create a project, package, and class here. Okay, so let me create a project here. Okay, see below file, there's a new option. Click on new, and I have to create a Java project. Okay, I have to create what? A Java project, and the Java project name will obviously be method overloading. Okay, so we created a project with the name called as method overloading. Okay, and then here, okay, we need to create a package. Okay, control N, and I will create a package. Okay, and the package name is com. Okay, you can give any package name. So again, com, click on com, control N. When I tell control N, this new tab will appear, and I have to create a class. Okay, class name is, okay, I can give anything over here. I'll just give it as method overloading. Okay, I'll just give it as method overloading. The class name is method overloading. Okay, now done. So I have created a beautiful class, and the class name is method overloading. And we all know what is the meaning of it, correct? Package com meaning there is a folder by the name called as com. Okay, and the class name is method overloading, and the file name will be method overloading.java. So that is present in a folder called as com. And class is a blueprint or a platform to store states and behaviors of an object, correct? And public is nothing but the access specifier. If the class is public, it means everyone can access it. Okay, public means everyone can access it. Okay, so it's like a public transport. Public transport meaning everyone can use it, right? Similarly, if a class is public, it means everyone can access this respective class. Okay, that's it. Now let me try to have multiple methods. See, void is the return type. It's an indication that the method will not return anything. And the method name is display. Open parenthesis close, open curly braces close here. This is the scope and the data, we have the perspective here. Okay, so void is the return type, display is the method name, open parenthesis close meaning I'm not passing any arguments as of now, and open curly braces close here. Okay, now similarly I'll have the method called as test, open parenthesis close, open curly braces close here, and the return type is void here because I don't want to return any data. Okay, now so now in one class we are having multiple methods over here. Is it a problem now? No. In one class we can have thousands of methods here. Okay, there is no process problems at all here. Okay, so in one class we are having multiple methods over here. But the problem will occur only when we have multiple methods with the same name. Look at the program over here. I am having in a class, I am having multiple methods with the same name. Okay. Once we have multiple methods with the same name, there should be a change with the arguments here. See, number of arguments 0, number of arguments 0. Therefore, here I will take one variable called as int. Okay, int x here. Now is it valid here? Yes. Correct. No. How? Sir, in a class having multiple methods with the same name. Once we have multiple methods with the same name, there should be a change in the arguments here. See, here it is 0 arguments, but here it is accepting integer argument. So it's absolutely valid. Similarly over here, okay, similarly over here, what I do here is I'll have one more method. Okay, why is it giving an error here? See, why? Because here 0 arguments, 1 argument. 0 argument, 1 argument. It's valid. Here it is 1 argument, here also it's 1 argument. See, having multiple methods with the same name. But when I have multiple methods with the same name, there should be a change in the arguments here. See, number of arguments 1, number of arguments 1. Data type is also same. Okay, therefore I change the variable name. Why? Does it matter here? No, it doesn't matter at all. Okay, variable names might be same or different. All matters is the data type. See, duplicate method display. At the bottom of the screen, there is an option called as duplicate method display. Correct. So we have to write it as, okay, I'll just change the data type to double. Will it work fine now? Absolutely. Why? The number of arguments might be same. Okay, 1 and 1. Number of arguments might be same. But look at the data type. Here it is int and here it is double. Got it. So when I have multiple methods with the same name, there should be a change in the number of arguments, that is the length or the data type of the arguments. What if I have multiple methods with the same data here? See, here I'll have int and string. Here also I'll have int and string here. So it's a problem again. Why? It's a duplication of method over here. Okay, duplication of methods cannot be there. Now you'll tell, sir, change the variable name, sir. Okay, I change the variable names here. X, Y. Does it matter here? No. The data types, as I told you here, always the data type will play a role here. Okay. So therefore, in this particular scenario here, what am I supposed to do here? Here I have to write it as string. Okay, I'll write it as string and here I'll write it as int here. Will it work? Absolutely. See, now the variable names might be same, might be different, it doesn't matter. Okay, so this is what we are supposed to understand over here. Got the clarity, guys? So we are having so many methods with the same name, but there was a change with respect to the arguments here. Okay, so this is what we are supposed to understand the data here. Clear? Perfect? Right. So now here, let me try to print the content here. Okay. So here, okay, I'll just write it as, okay. So I'll just write it as something, hello. Okay. Dabba fellow. I'll just write it as hello dabba fellow. Okay. So and here I'll just print the value of x here. Okay. And here also the same thing, I'm supposed to print the same x value. I'm supposed to print the same x plus I give a space and I print y, and here I print the x value plus give a space plus y, right? Okay, so this is what we are supposed to understand here. Okay, so now I go back here. So see, as I told you here, in real-time industry here, what do we follow? We always prefer having the curly braces in the same line here. You can write it in the next line also initially, but as I told you in real time here, we always try to have the curly braces in the next line here. This is all about it. Got it here? We have a simple class called as method overloading, and we have so many methods here. Clear? Now, can I execute this program? I can execute this program from another class here. Absolutely. Okay. Control N, and I create a class, and the class name is runner class. And do we want main method? Yes. I click on main method and I tell finish. So I get the main method over here. We got one comment here. As I told you here, if you want to delete this line, press Control D. Control D meaning automatically that line will get deleted here. And from here, I will just, take this to the right side over here. I'll just scroll to the right side here so that I can execute the program in a beautiful manner. Okay, now I'm done. So now here, the execution will always begin from our main method, correct? Ultimately, all these methods are non-static methods. Okay, all these methods are non-static methods. If it is non-static methods here, what am I supposed to do here? Okay, so I am supposed to, write it within the main method. Correct? I have to create an object here. So I'll create method overloading. Okay, I'll give an object name as mol equals to new method overloading. I create an object successfully. Once I am done creating an object successfully, I need to call the method. Correct? How will I call the method? Mol. Okay, the object name dot method name of. I tell display of, and I am passing 45. Now quickly tell me here, I'm passing 45, right? Okay. So now which method will get executed? Out of so many overloaded methods, which method? First, second, third, fourth, fifth here. So in order to cross check, press Control on your keyboard. Press Control on your keyboard, hover on the method and click on the method. Where is the control taking me to? It is taking me to, okay, the display method. It's taking me to what? To the display method here, which is the second method. Similarly, if I pass mol dot display of, I'm passing, okay, see, I'm passing 12, comma, I am passing Java. Now tell me which method will get executed first, second, third, fourth, fifth. It's common sense, no, pure common sense here, correct? What are we supposed to do? Press Control on your keyboard, hover on the method, click on the method. Where is it taking to? It's taking me to the fourth method, wherein it is accepting int and string. Am I passing int and string here? Yes. Similarly, mol dot display of, I am passing, I am passing 45.65. Which method will get executed? The third method, obviously. Common sense, no? See, my control is going to the third method. Again, mol dot display. Now, which method will get executed? First method. Why? I'm not passing any arguments, and here also it is not accepting any arguments, right? Similarly, mol dot display of, here I am passing it as, okay, so yeah, Eclipse, okay, and I'll give it as 789. So now which method will get executed? See, the last method will get executed. So this is called as method overloading. Okay. So now when I execute it over here, okay, so I will be able to get my expected content here. See, did I get the expected output? Yes, absolutely. I have got the output in the most beautiful manner here. Okay. So this is all about the entire process here. Got it, guys? So now this is called as what? Method overloading here. Clear? So now when I go back here to the definition, see here, what did we do here? In one class, we had multiple methods with the same name, but there was difference in arguments, and that was called as method overloading. So when I tell rules, there are three rules. There should be a change in the number of arguments, or data type of the arguments, or order or the sequence of the data types. At least one rule I need to satisfy. It's not that everything I'll satisfy, either one of those three rules here. Clear, everyone? Okay, so this is about method overloading. Got it? Everyone understood the process here? So now quickly tell me, do you all have any questions here? Okay, so you need to answer real quick. Any questions, anyone here? Okay, I'll talk about it. Okay, there's one question. What if the return type is different, sir? Okay, is it valid here? I'll talk about it. Okay, so I have those things in the note. I know that's human tendency to ask here. So see, have I written over here the third point in the note? Okay, I'll talk about it. Okay, before that, guys, anyone having any questions here apart from this here? Apart from this, any other questions here? Anyone? Everyone understood the concepts? Great, very good. Okay, so we have a few notes, okay, which we need to understand. Okay, so now there are always two types of methods, guys. Okay, one is called a static method and non-static method. So in interview they'll ask, okay, can static methods and non-static methods can both be overloaded? Can we overload both types of methods here? Yes, absolutely possible. See, these are all non-static methods, correct? Display, I have not used any static keyword, so it's a non-static static method. See, if I just write it as static method, so it works fine. So we can overload a static method also, non-static method also. What is static method? I have not explained yet. Okay, what is the job of static? I haven't explained yet, but somewhere back of the mind here, always have this thing in your mind. Okay, that is okay. I mean, we can overload both static and non-static methods here. Okay, now here, next, can we overload main method? Your next question is, sir, can we overload main method? Your answer is actually yes. We can overload main method as well, but the execution will always start from the main method, wherein it accepts string array as an argument. Okay, what is the meaning of it? I'll tell you. The first question was, can we overload non-static methods? Yes. Can you see the example on your screen? Okay, you can overload non-static methods. Can you overload static methods? Absolutely. You can overload those kind of methods as well. Okay, next one. Can we overload main method, sir? Is it possible, sir? 100%. How? Sir, can you give an example, sir? Yeah, absolutely. Control N, and I will create a class, and the class name imagine. I just give it as demo. Okay, now here, let me have one main method. See, main method. This is my main method now. So I'll have multiple main methods. See? Okay, now. So here it's giving an error here. Why is it giving an error? I told you no. What is method overloading? In a class having multiple methods with the same name. We have the methods as same name. Correct. But there should be a change in the arguments. So here I'll write it as int a, and here I'll write it as double b here. Got the clarity? So there are so many main methods here. So now I'll just give the output as hello. Okay. What will be the output is what we are supposed to understand here. Okay, now see, when I execute it, see what is the output I get? I just get it as hello here. Why? Sir, the execution will always start from the main method wherein it accepts string array as an argument here. Okay, now, sir, when will these methods get executed, sir? The execution will start from main method with a string array. So I got the output as hello. Sir, when will these methods get executed, sir? I need to call them. How will I call them? It's a static method. Okay, I can call them as main of 10. Okay, so when I tell main of 10, I am calling, see, press control on your keyboard, hover on the method, click on the method. Where is it taking to? Here. So here I'll just print, okay, a colon plus a here. I'm just printing the value of a. Now look what happens here. Can you see the output here? Hello, and then a10. What happened? See, the execution will always start from the main method with a string array. Hello will get printed, and I call main of 10. So main of 10 meaning this method will get executed, 10 will get printed. Again, I call main of, okay, 12.45. Now which method will get called here? See, and ultimately I'll write it as by here. Okay, so just look at the output here, what you will get now. So I'll just write it as, okay, so I'll just write it as this entire process here. So now when I execute the program here, okay, what is the output here? Okay, see what happened here? Hello, A10, B12.45, and then by. Sir, how, sir? I'll tell you. See, static methods can be overloaded. Can you see the live example on your screen? Static methods can also be overloaded, correct? And then non-static methods can also be overloaded. And what is actual meaning of static? I haven't told. I haven't told at all. So don't worry about it because I need to explain what is static. So keep in mind. But I'm just telling, oh, can static methods be overloaded? Yes. Can main method be overloaded? Yes. Can non-static methods be overloaded? Yes. Your answer is yes for everything. Okay. So here the execution will start from this main method. Hello will get printed. Main of 10 meaning I call this method a value is 10. So 10 will get printed over here and the control will go back. And then main of 12.45. So this method will get called b value is 12.45. 12.45 will get printed. Control goes back. And then what is the next line? By. So therefore, even main method can be overloaded. But why am I calling it directly? Because it is static. That we will understand in tomorrow's session. What is the actual meaning of static? Okay, now. So this is what I just wanted to explain. Correct? Can static methods be overloaded? Yes. Non-static? Yes. Main method? Yes. But whenever there is string array as an argument, this is wherein the execution always starts from. Correct? And there's a third question. Sir, what if the return type is different? Return type might be same or different. It doesn't matter. Okay? Return type might be void, it might be int, it might be string. It doesn't matter. Okay? But if you have method names as same, it's overloading. But I told you yesterday, if a method is returning something, you need to store it and print it. Okay, if a method is not returning anything, don't store it nor print it. Got it? So if I'm giving you something, okay, see, common sense now. If I'm giving you something, you will store it. If I'm not giving you something, if I'm not giving, what will you store then? Common sense no. So the return type might be same or different. Okay, it doesn't matter. And method overloading is also referred as compile time polymorphism. We are already done with polymorphism actually, but I haven't told this is only compile time polymorphism. So when we talk about polymorphism concept in detail, I'll talk about this topic again. So this is all about method overloading concept, guys. So whatever is on the screen, okay, if you study that, that's more than sufficient. And I'll tell you here, this is one of the favorite question for interviewers. Okay, what is method overloading? is one of the favorite questions for all the interviewers. Even if I am taking an interview here, I'll definitely ask this question. Okay, it's like, it catches the eye here. Okay, so make sure you are strong enough in this particular concept here. Clear? Perfect. I hope you all got the clarity about method overloading. Perfect, guys. Do you all have any questions here? Okay. If no questions, we'll go ahead with a different topic. If not, I'll give one more example and then we'll talk about it. Okay. So any questions, anyone as of now? Quickly answer so that we can go ahead. Any questions, anyone, guys? Are you all sleeping? No, right? Oh, thank you. I'm getting responses now. Okay. Very good. Right. Okay. Perfect, guys. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. So we all got the clarity about what is method overloading. Okay, now. So I'll be talking about this concept once again when I do polymorphism. Okay. Probably, 15-20 days later. Okay. When I do polymorphism concept, I'll be talking about it again. But yeah, we'll have patience for it. Okay. So yeah, great, guys. Okay. We understood method overloading in a beautiful manner. Okay. Now here, sir, what is the next concept which we are going to learn today? Okay, so the next second half is we are going to learn about something called as scanner. Okay, what is scanner? Everything we will understand in a beautiful manner now. Okay, this is again, okay, very important topic. Okay, so let us try to talk about this in a beautiful manner. Okay, so now here we have something called as scanner. Okay, now what is scanner, sir? Okay, whenever you talk about scanner, okay, scanner is a predefined class. Okay, what is scanner? It's a predefined class. When I tell predefined class, it is already existing. Once I download JDK, install it, blah 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 things, automatically it will happen. Okay, so scanner is a predefined class present in Java dot, okay, util package. Okay, what did you understand here? Scanner is already an existing class. Okay, it's already predefined, present in Java dot util package. Sir, what do you mean by this package term, sir? As I told you, package means folder. So internally, okay, there is one folder. Okay, there is one beautiful folder called as Java. Okay, now what is that folder name? The folder name is Java. Inside that Java folder, we have one subfolder, and that subfolder name is util. Okay, now, and this util folder, inside this util folder, we have a class. Okay, inside this util folder, we have a class. And what is that class? We need to understand. This is util. So inside util folder, there is a class called as scanner.java. Obviously, no, if the class name is scanner, the file name will be scanner.java. So scanner is a predefined class present in util folder, and util folder is present in Java folder. So it's a subfolder, one inside one, one inside one, one inside one, it is present. And why do we make use of scanner class, sir? What is the importance of scanner class, sir? In order to accept input from the user. Okay. In order to accept dynamic input from the user. Okay, now. So this is the major reason we make use of scanner class here. Got the clarity here? Okay, what is scanner? It's a predefined class present in java.util package. And why do we make use of scanner class? In order to accept input from the user, in order to accept dynamic input from the user here. This is the major reason we will always make use of scanner class here. Got the clarity here? Clear? Perfect. But now we need to talk about a lot many things here. Sir, what are the steps, sir? Okay, we will talk about it in a beautiful manner. See, what is scanner? Scanner is a predefined class present in java.util package. And what is the job of scanner class? It is used to accept dynamic input from the user. Okay, at runtime, we need to accept the input from the user. If you know C language, we had something called as scanf to accept, printf to print. Correct? If you talk about C++, C in to accept, C out to print here. Correct? Python, it's input print. Okay. In Java here, it's scanner. Okay. Now, Now we need to understand, sir, what are the rules in order to accept dynamic input, sir? Okay, what are the rules in order to accept dynamic input? Rule number one is we have to create an object of scanner class. That's rule number one. After I create scanner object, okay, after I create the object of scanner class, we need to pass system.in to the constructor call. See, I create an object of scanner class and this is called as constructor call and I am passing system.in to it. Okay, see, if I want to print the data, I will tell system.out, correct? System.out.println, correct? Similarly, if I'm accepting the input, I have to write it as system.in. From the system, I'm accepting some input. So these are the first two rules here. Okay, now after I'm done, this scanner is predefined. Okay, we have to import the scanner class here. Otherwise, the execution will not happen. So scanner is present in util is present in Java. So we have to import all the necessary methods whichever is there in the scanner class. Okay. And in order to accept that specific input, we have to make use of predefined methods to accept those specific input here. Okay. Now, so let us see it practically. That is when you will get the clarity about it. Okay. Apart from doing it practically, you will never understand. Okay. Now here, in the same process here, I will create a class called as test class. What is the class? I create a class called as test class. Okay, now in the test class here, what will I do here? I'll have my main method. What is the shortcut key to have main method? Main control space bar. So it's asking, do you want the main method? Yes, double click on it. So main method will appear here. Okay, now. So now here, what will I do over here? So first thing, in order to start my execution, I'll hit sys out control space bar. I will just write it as start, and at the end here, I will just write it as end over here. So just to understand the flow of execution, start and end, right? Now my requirement is to accept two numbers from the user and add them. What is your requirement? To accept two numbers from the user and then to add them, correct? Rule 1. We have to create an object of scanner. So I tell scanner scan equals to new scanner of. Scanner is a class, already predefined class. So I'm just creating an object of scanner. Once I'm done creating an object of scanner, rule 2. What is rule 2? See, system.out meaning I'm printing output, correct? System.out meaning printing output. Now I'm accepting the input. So within the constructor call, I have to write system.in. So when I tell system.in, I am accepting the input. Now, two rules done. But now, scanner is a predefined class. You know it, I know it. But the test class does not know it. Therefore, we have to import the scanner class. Okay. So I have to tell above the class, I will tell import scanner. I'll just tell import scanner. It will give an error. Where the hell is the scanner present? In java.util package? No. You have to tell java.util.scanner. So it's an indication that, sir, I have created an object of scanner class and that scanner class is present in util folder. Util is present in Java folder. So I am importing all the necessary methods from that particular class here. Got the clarity? So three rules done. Okay, we created an object of scanner, we passed the system.in and we have imported it successfully. Now here, I want to accept some input. Okay, I want to accept some input. So what will I do here? Sys out. Okay, I'll write enter the value of A. Enter the value of A. So now here I'll tell scan is the object name. See, guys, scanner is a class. In that class, there'll be lots of predefined methods here. Non-static methods. How will you access non-static method? After object creation. Scan dot, we have a method called as nextInt. What is the job of nextInt method? So the job of nextInt method is to accept the input from the user. Okay, now see, look at the output, guys. What will be the output here? When I tell enter, just look at the output here. See, start got executed. Okay, start got executed and then enter the value of A. So what does it mean? So the execution started from your main method, correct? Start got executed and you created an object of scanner because you wanted to accept dynamic input, and enter the value of A is also printed. Now when I tell scan dot next int, it means the console is waiting for some input to be given. Okay, the console is waiting. Oh, give some input, give some input. It's asking. Enter the value of A. Okay, I will enter the value of A. That is 10. Enter. As soon as I tell enter, enter. End here. How? So when I tell scan dot next end, the console is waiting for some input to be given. Okay. So as soon as I give some input here, that input is given, but I'm not storing it at all. I have to store it into a variable called as A, and the type of A will become int only. Why? See, enter the value of A, and whatever input I give here, that input will get stored into A, that is of type int here. So now when I execute it over here, okay, see here, enter the value of A. As soon as I give 10, that 10, whatever input I gave, scan dot next in, meaning I gave 10. The 10 got stored into A here. Similarly, I want to accept B value. How will I accept? Sys out, enter the value of B here. I tell enter the value of B, meaning I want one more input. So I tell scan dot next end. Okay. So when I tell scan dot next end, I will accept the input, but I have to store it into one variable. No, after accepting it, I store it into B. What will be the type of B here? Obviously, it's int. No, I'm telling next int. I have accepted one int and stored it into B. So here I have to just print the sum here, that is A plus B. So now when I execute it, look at the process here. Start, enter the value of A 5, 10. Can you see 15? I get the output in a beautiful manner. Got it? If you don't want, you can delete the start and end. Okay. So this is the simple program. See, you created an object of scanner, passed the system.in, and you imported it. Correct? Now, enter the value of A. And the assigning will always happen from RHS to LHS. So when I tell scan.next in, it is waiting, the input whatever I give here, that is accepted and stored into A. Enter the value of B, okay, and I accept the input and I store it into B. So A plus B is nothing but, I'm adding it. See, now when I execute it, 10, 20, see, 30 will be the output. Once I'm done accepting the input, no, if I just tell, there is one warning here. Resource leak, scan is never closed. Meaning once I'm done accepting the input, I'm done with the job, scan dot, I have to close. Because that's an option. See, now that a warning went away. So once I'm done accepting, no, I have to tell, hey, I'm done with the job, close it. Okay, I don't want that resource, please close it here. Okay, this is what we are supposed to understand here. Got it? So once when I execute it over here, see, 10, 20, 30 is the output here. So this is what we are supposed to understand here. Okay, now here, okay, so we have one placed candidate, guys. Okay, so he wants to share his experience. Okay, what is the process he went through? Okay, so we'll just talk, look out for this experience here. Okay, Vignesh, you can go ahead. Vignesh, can you hear me? Yeah, Vignesh, can you hear me? Yeah, Vignesh, you can ask the place candidate to talk about his or her experience here. Yeah, we can hear you. it's going to be really important for them as well. Okay, so very good, appreciate it. Okay, Vignesh, do you have anything else to tell? Perfect, perfect. Okay, great guys. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Vignesh. Okay, thank you, Shantan. Thank you, Vignesh. Okay, great, guys. Okay, perfect. Okay, guys, see, whatever she shared her experience, you have to see a lot of inputs over here. The first thing she, always favored was her skills. Okay, so skills, if you're strong enough in skills, automatically that confidence you will have. Correct. So if that confidence, how will you get here? Once you have good skills. Correct. So whatever you learn in the session, try to practice it once. Once eventually you practice, what happens here? That confidence will come automatically in you. Okay, wherein you can easily clear any interviews. Okay, so trust your skills here. Okay, and the interview rounds, whatever she specified, this is the basic structure what every company will have. First round aptitude, second round programming, third round technical face to face, and fourth round it's going to be HR round. So this is the schematic structure they're going to follow in majority of the companies here. Okay, so make sure, try to learn it properly. Oh, aptitude is a difficult, work on it. Oh, programming is a difficult, work on it. HR technical, talking, communication is difficult, talk about it. HR, talk about it. So eventually, see, it takes time for me to complete Java as well, right? We're almost done with 25 to 30% of Java, correct? So now it's time for you to start preparing from now only, so that once we are done with 60 to 70 percentage here, you can easily attend interviews and clear it. Okay. So, and one more point, what she mentioned was, okay, percentages will never matter over here. Okay. I told you on day one, okay, I'll tell you even now. Okay, your percentage is not going to play a role in getting a job, guys. It will play a role to get interviews. Okay, great. But to clear the interview, will your percentage matter? Absolutely no. Okay, your skills is going to get mattered over here, and that is wherein you're going to convince the interviewer and clear the interview. Okay, so I'll keep on guiding you, I mean, don't worry about it. Okay, so perfect. Okay, so whatever she told, it's absolutely good here. Okay, she shared her experience here. Okay, so make sure utilize it. Okay, and one more thing, whatever mistakes you make in the interviews, right, initial interviews, learn from your mistakes here. Whatever you did, okay, oh, this went wrong, let me prepare it for the next interview. That is when you're going to be very, very skilled. Okay, you're going to be a smart person, not a dumb person. Okay, learn from your mistakes. Okay, great, guys. Okay, so we're done with the scanner class. Okay, we'll talk about the topic back. We were talking about scanner, right? We know how do we accept. Okay, we know how do we accept integer input, and we know how do we accept integer input and store it and access it. Correct. Now here, similarly, sir, what if I have different types of inputs here? What will I make use of it? See, if I want to accept byte, short, int, long, I have methods such as next byte, next short, next int, next long. Okay, so these are the methods to accept non-decimal numeric value kind of inputs, and float and double to accept. Okay, next float and next double is used to accept float and double values. Next boolean to accept boolean values. For string, we don't have something called as next string. Okay, we have a method, and that method is called as next or next line. Okay, so we have to either make use of next and next line, and I'll talk about one assignment later. Okay, now here we have a char meaning we don't have any specific methods for accepting char value. That's the reason here we have next method. Next method will accept a string value. Imagine it is Java. Dot char at of 0 meaning dot what is the character at index position 0, that is nothing but j. So I'll be able to get the value called as j here. These are the different kind of inputs which you are supposed to be aware of here. Okay, so let me give you one more example here. Okay, so that it would be useful for you all. Okay, now imagine here I will have a class here. Okay, control N. I will create a class and the class name I will give it as, imagine it is employee. Okay, what is the class name I give? I give it as employee. Okay, now here I will have my main method wherein the execution will always begin from. Correct? Now here my requirement is I want to accept the inputs dynamically. So what is the rule number one? Sir, create an object of scanner, sir. Great. So I create an object of scanner. See, scanner s equals to new scanner, or I create an object of scanner. Okay, that's the rule number one. Okay, in order to accept dynamic input, mandatorily create an object of scanner. Rule number two, you need to pass system.in to the constructor call. It's like we are accepting the input. So we are supposed to write system.in here. And once when we create an object of a scanner and pass system.in, since it is present in some predefined package here, we have to import it. If we don't import it, the execution will never happen. So what am I supposed to do? I will hover on the scanner class and there is something called as import scanner. Click on import scanner. What happens? The scanner class will get imported. Got it? And then after that, if I want to accept, see, sys out, I will write it as enter age. Okay, I'll give a process called as enter age. When I tell age, okay, s dot next int, correct? We have a method called as next int which will accept an integer input and store it into a variable called as age. Correct? And what will be the type of age? It will be int only. Correct? No, common sense. No. See, enter age. I accepted the age and stored it into a variable called as age. Similarly, okay, I have to accept enter name. Okay, imagine I will accept the name. Which method we have? X dot next method. Next method will accept the string, okay, and he will store it into a variable called as name here. And what will be the type of name here? Again, it's going to be string. So in simple terms, see, enter name. H dot next meaning whatever input I give, that input will get stored into a variable called as name here. And then, okay, I will tell enter salary. Imagine it is enter salary. I will accept the salary. Which method? Next double. Next double will accept a decimal value and I will store it into a variable called as salary. And what will be the type of salary? Obviously, it will be double only. Okay. Once I am done with this entire process, okay, once I'm done with this entire process here, let me print it here. See, let me just print it over here. What is it? See, age colon plus age plus I will have name, concatenation, name colon plus name plus again salary colon. I'll just write plus salary. So this is what I'm trying to do over here. I'm just trying to concat the respective contents here. So now when I execute it, look at the output here. I have enter age. Age is 20. Name is, imagine it is John. And salary is 12.36. Now, can you see here? Age 20, name John, salary 12.36. Got it? So that way also you can do it. If not, you can add one more here called as slash n. When I tell slash n, it means, see, when I execute over here, see, look at the output what I get here. See, enter age 10, name, I'll write it as Dinga. Okay, salary is 1.2. See, age 10, name Dinga here. It's in the new line. Why? See, after age equals to 20 got printed, slash n meaning it's new line. Go to the next line and name will get printed. After that, if I write one more slash n over here, the control always goes to the new line here. So it's still, see, enter age 25. I write it as John. Salary is 1200.36. See what happened? Age 25, name John, salary 1200.36. Okay, so this is what we are supposed to understand when it comes to dynamic input. Okay, dynamic input is nothing but how good we can accept the input from the user and try to do the process here. Got it? So this is how, I mean, we are supposed to do it in a very good manner here. Okay. Now here, I'll do a couple of more programs here. Okay. Just a few more minutes here. Okay. Now guys, look at the class which I have. I'll create a class called as solution. Okay. Now I'll create a class called as solution. Okay. Now here, I will have a method. What is the method name? Add. Okay. Open parenthesis close and then open curly braces close. Now here I will tell int a comma int b. So the add method is accepting how many inputs? A and b. Correct. So can I write sys out? See, I'll just write it as sum of plus a. Sum of plus, I mean plus a meaning it's getting concatenated. Plus and sum of a meaning the value of a will get printed plus and b value. Okay, so I can just write it as is plus within parenthesis. Okay, a plus b here. So the value a plus b will get concatenated over here. Got it? Why is it giving an error? Sir, return type, sir. You're not returning anything. What is the return type? It's supposed to be void here. Got it? Now here I'll have my main method. Okay. So main method is wherein my execution will always begin from. But add is a non-static method in solution class. So what am I supposed to do? I have to create an object of solution. Okay now I'll tell s dot add of 5 comma 6. I'm passing two inputs. So now when I execute my program here, look at the output of what I get here. Sum of 5 and 6 is 11. Don't you think so? We have already done this program yesterday. Correct? No, we have done this program yesterday. Sir, you have done this program yesterday, no, sir. What is the enhancement in today's session, sir? Okay. So this will be the process here. Okay. Now what I'll do, okay, I will accept dynamic input. I want to accept the number from the user. Okay. How will I do it? Scanner. First, create an object of scanner. Okay. And store it. See, first create an object of scanner. Then pass system.in. Then what is the next step? We have to import it. Done three rules now. You created an object of scanner to accept dynamic input and you created an object of solution because you need to call that non-static method. Now I will tell sys out. Okay. See, I can do this way. Enter, okay, enter first number. Okay, I can just write it as enter first number. Okay, now that I will store it into a variable called as a. See, int a equals to scan dot next end. Similarly, sys out enter second number. Okay, and that I'll store it into b. Okay, so what is the meaning of it? I will tell you here. And whatever input I accepted it over here, I need to pass it to this respective method. A comma b. That's it. Sir, what have you done, sir? Can you explain it, sir? Absolutely. I will explain it in a beautiful manner over here. Okay. So now what are we supposed to do here? When I execute the program, look at the output, enter first number 10, enter second number 20. So the output is sum of 10 and 20 is 30. We understood the output. But how is it going to work like? We need to understand. Simple. The execution will always start from main method, sir. Correct? I created an object of solution because I need to call that non-static method that is add method. So I created an object of scanner because I want to accept dynamic input from the user. Correct? See, enter first number. I accept the first number, store it into A. I accept the second number, store it into B. Correct? Okay. After that, just a moment, guys. Just a moment. Okay. So yeah. So we accepted the first number and second number, and whatever values I accepted, I pass it to the method here. See, for example, scan.nextInt 10, 10 will get stored into A. 20, 20 will get stored into B. A comma B meaning 10 comma 20. The same thing I'm storing it into A comma B. Sum of 10 and 20 is A plus B. So that is nothing but 10 plus 20. So I'll get the expected output. See, 10, 20. I got the output as the data here. Now imagine I want to repeat the same process for 5 times or 3 times. We'll imagine I want to add 3 times here. What will I do here? Will I make use of this multiple times here? Enter first number, enter second number, enter first number, second number. Should I write so many print statements? No. So this is what I am trying to repeat, correct? So I will write it within a for loop. See, for int I equals to 1, I is lesser than or equal to 3, I plus plus. Do you all know what is happening in this loop here? I is 1, I is 1 is lesser than or equal to 3, I plus plus, meaning 1, 2, 3. The loop is working for 3 times. So within the loop, I add this statement here. So now what is happening in this entire process over here is nothing but, okay, so I value is 1, no? Okay, see, we know why did we create these objects, correct? I value is 1, no? Is 1 lesser than or equal to 3? Yes. I accept the first number. I accept the second number. I call the method here. Okay, now. So now, after this, look at the output what we get here. See here, let me, differentiate it in a beautiful manner here so that you will get the complete clarity. Okay, now, see, when I execute the program, enter first number 2, enter second number 5. See, sum of 2 and 5 is 7. Again, it's calling enter first number 66, 23. Can you see? The sum of 63 and 23 is 89. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, sum of 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 6, 6. So this process was repeating for how many times here? Thrice. But I was able to accept dynamic input from the user. Sir, how did you do it, sir? Okay, it's very simple, guys. Okay, it's no rocket science over here again. Okay, see. First of all, the loop is working for 3 times. I equals to 1, I is lesser than or equal to 3, I plus plus. Enter first number, okay, I store it over A. Enter second number, I store it into B. Correct? I call the method by accepting the method. See, add, okay, A comma B. 10 plus 20 is 30. Control will come back. This line will get printed. Since it's a loop, it will go back. I plus plus, it will become 2. Is 2 lesser than or equal to 3? Same process will happen. Again goes back. I plus plus, it becomes 3. Is 3 lesser than or equal to 3? Yes, same process will happen for 3 times. So when I execute it, okay, did we get the expected output over here? See, so if I keep on looping, I'll get the expected data here. So beautifully, I'll get the expected output. Got the clarity here? So this is how we are supposed to utilize it in a beautiful manner here. Got it? Clear? Great. Okay. Perfect, guys. Okay. So anyone having any questions now? Okay. Can you tell me any questions, anyone, as of now? Any questions, guys? Did you all understand the process? Guys, you don't want to respond, is it? Anyone having any confusions? You want me to repeat a similar kind of program here? Everyone understood? Clear. Great. Very good. Okay. So now here, okay, very good here, very good. So now here, I want you to do a program here, okay? That's your assignment here, okay? So what is the assignment here is, I'll tell you now, okay? So listen to the assignment carefully, okay? So the first assignment is, I want you to explore between what is the difference between next and next line method. Okay, what is the first assignment here? You have to understand the difference between next method and next line method. Second is, okay, you have to create a class. Okay, now understand, guys, understand carefully. I'm not going to repeat here. You can create a class, whatever name you want, and you will have one method. Okay, check positive or negative. Okay, what is the method name? Check positive or negative method, and this will accept one n value. Okay, this will accept one integer value. You have to write one if else condition. If the number, whatever logic is there, it's a positive number, else it's a negative number. Got the clarity what I told here? You have to create a class by the name, whatever name you want, ABCD. You will create a method, check positive or negative, and it will accept one number. And that number you need to check if it's a positive number or negative number with the help of if else statement. Correct? And you will have one more class. Okay? You will have one more class, and imagine that class name is, okay, solution class. Okay, you will have your main method as well. Clear? So now you need to call this method 5 times. Okay, 5 times, and you need to pass dynamic input to that method. For example, enter number. I give 5. Oh, 5 is a positive number. Again, I will call the method. Enter number minus 6. Oh, minus 6 is a negative number. Enter number. I'll give it as 8. Oh, 8 is a positive number. Minus 9. Oh, it's a negative number. So this process has to repeat for 5 times over here. Okay, by accepting dynamic input. Clear? So I told one requirement. See, you will have one XYZ class. You will have a method called as check positive or negative. This is accepting one number and you have to write the logic within that method. Okay, that if it's a positive number or negative number. So in another class, you'll have your main method. Same thing, you'll create an object of this. You'll have one for loop which will run for five times. Enter number, whatever number I gave, you have to call the method and check if it's a positive or negative. So whatever same program I've done for adding of two numbers, no, you will do it for the same similar kind of program to check if a number is positive or negative. Okay, so cross check with that. If you have any doubts here, we can sort it out in the coming session. Clear? I hope I have told you both the assignments here, so try to explore it. Okay, now great guys. Okay, so if you have any doubts here, let me know here. We can try to sort it out. Okay, now perfect guys. Okay, so we shall wind up a session for today and catch up tomorrow with a new topic. Okay, so thank you all. Take care. Bye bye. Have a nice day.